CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Evan Kenny.
Good evening. Edmonton police say extortion crimes targeting teens are becoming more common and the impact can be devastating. EPS is partnering with the Alberta Law Enforcement Response Team to raise awareness among parents and kids to recognize red flags and encourage conversations.
As adults, we haven't done a good job at educating kids or giving them that safe place to land, because unfortunately the messaging up until this point has been, you're part of the problem. You shouldn't have taken that nude image. Why would you do this in the first place? So it's completely understandable why kids aren't coming to us, because they're under the assumption that they're going to get in trouble.
While it's a crime to blackmail anyone with explicit images, Edmonton police say sextortion mostly targets young people. The average age of victims is between 13 and 16 years old. Nearly 70% are girls or women. Offenders are often underage as well, about 1 in 3, and more than 80% of sextortion crimes is done by men or boys. Police say education about red flags parents can watch for in their children is vital to preventing the crime. A spokesperson for a parent group that advocates keeping kids off smartphones until they are 14 says practical tools and resources for parents are lagging behind the issue.
We need more than just, do we need to talk to our kids? Of course, we need to talk to our kids, but, we're really hoping that we can get some legislation in place that will help us as parents. Because
Kirsten Sweet says Ottawa is currently working on an online harms bill that could help address sextortion. Her group also supports a social media age restriction similar to Australia, which bans anyone under 16 from using it. The province is being accused of not doing enough to keep parents with kids in childcare informed when serious incidents happen. The Education and Childcare Minister says his team is looking into ways to improve, but the NDP say action is needed now. CTV's Amanda Anderson reports.
We have seen several very serious cases of child abuse in childcare programs.
NDP MLAs described parent concerns heard in their ridings and incidents of alleged abuse.
This grandchild was assaulted by a childcare worker, which resulted in a collarbone fracture. The only people notified were the child's parents. So the assaulted child's parents, but no other parents were notified.
When a program fails to meet these standards, parents need to know.
In June, a sexual assault on a child allegedly happened at Willowbrae Academy, Mill Creek. Other parents didn't find out until the victim's parents took it upon themselves to tell them.
Let me be clear that our issue is with the law as it exists right now. The childcare operator seem to have followed all of the rules.
Examples of why these MLAs say changes to legislation are needed immediately. They're asking for the creation of a government-led notification system for parents and regular reviews of the legislation. They also want an online portal to give the public access to a childcare operator's full history.
We do have a portal currently, and parents can access it and see important information about daycare providers, licenses, violations, things of that nature.
The opposition says it doesn't provide enough detail in a timely manner, but Alberta's Education and Childcare Minister says it's not always possible to share in-depth details.
We wouldn't be able to share any information when there's a criminal investigation underway, but I think if there's ways in which that we can strengthen reporting, I'm always happy to look at that.
The information that would be disclosed would not contain specific details to the child or family that's involved. It would provide families just enough information so that they could make that informed choice.
Diana Batten says it's not about creating panic or blacklisting a daycare operator. It's about transparency for parents. The minister couldn't put a timeline on when his team will be done looking into the legislation, only that it will take time. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Edmonton.
First Nations chiefs from Western Canada met privately with King Charles today at Buckingham Palace. The visit was made to reaffirm the relationship between First Nations and the Crown. As CTV's Kathy Lee tells us, the chiefs also used this trip to raise concerns about the province's separatist movement.
The meeting happened thousands of kilometers away in London, but the issue being raised with the King is one that has been playing out right here in Alberta, including Calgary's downtown, where rallies for and against separation have taken place. The delegation of Treaty 6 chiefs are from Saskatchewan and Alberta. The goal of the 7 First Nations leaders was to present the King with an invitation to Canada next year to mark the 150th anniversary of the signing of Treaty 6. However, with the separatism movement growing, Alberta chiefs wanted to take the opportunity to shed light on this, saying that the Crown's obligation is to protect and uphold treaty rights against separatist threats and to remind the King that their relationship is not with provinces or Canada, it is with the Crown.
We keep saying it over and over and over that treaty is part of the Constitution. Without the Constitution, there would be no provinces. We signed treaty to share the land to the depth of a plow. And the King understands this, and his mother understood this.
Indigenous leaders have been vocally opposed to the separatist movement in Alberta, many calling on Premier Danielle Smith to denounce it. The province's Justice Minister has said that the government has taken particular and specific steps to ensure First Nations and treaty rights are respected. Grand Chief Joey Pete said the meeting today lasted nearly 1 hour and that he came away with a positive impression, saying the King acknowledged the group's concerns. Kathy Lee, CTV News, Calgary.
This afternoon, Alberta's Indigenous Relations Minister was asked about the Chief's trip to see the King.
Dialogue is important at every level about a number of different issues. Everybody has their perspective. I'd be interested in learning more about what comes out of those meetings, and certainly I do want to speak to Grand Chief Pete as well.
Rajan Sani was also asked today if she signed the separatist petition. She says she has not. Transportation Minister Devin Dreeshen says the province will pilot the 120 kilometers an hour speed limit on a section of the QE2 south of Leduc.
We're looking at that pilot for 120 on Highway 2, and as soon as it warms up and the weather gets a little nicer, we will be launching that.
Right now, the speed limit is 110 kilometers an hour. Dreeshen says a survey last year showed the majority of people who responded support increasing highway speed limits. More than 90% supported restricting commercial trucks to certain lanes on major highways. No word if that will be part of the pilot project. Alberta's Forestry and Parks Minister says parts of the province are in better shape for moisture as wildfire season gets underway. Todd Lowen says preparations are going well. He says while they are still hiring for some positions, more people than ever have applied to work with Alberta Wildfire. Lowen says the northern parts of Alberta have received a large amount of snow, which helps conditions. He says there are crews right now working on fires left over from last year and a few new starts. He says Alberta Wildfire will watch for hot, dry, and windy weather.
So we'll be looking for that, kind of monitoring what's going on the landscape. We're constantly monitoring the weather to look for those conditions. And as we see those conditions start, then we will move personnel and equipment into those areas so that we're ready to respond should a wildfire start.
Lowen says they're still concerned about the south and southwestern areas of the province where it is much drier. The province also says it's on track to create 300 new camping spots this year. The goal is to have 900 new spots over the next 5 years. Minister Todd Lowen says progress is also being made on Big Island Provincial Park. The province established the park in southwest Edmonton 3 years ago. It's managed by the city, province, and Enoch Cree Nation. This year's provincial budget allotted more than $4.5 million for the park. Testing done by Parks Canada shows a disease that could kill up to 90% of young fish has been discovered in Lake Louise. Whirling disease is not harmful to humans or animals, but it could have a major impact on trout, whitefish, and salmon. Parks Canada believes the disease was introduced to Lake Louise by mud or water from boats and fishing equipment. To stop the spread, Parks Canada is breaking up water bodies in mountain national parks into 3 zones. Each zone includes different regulations and restrictions on water activities. While Parks Canada is focused on whirling disease in southern national parks, it wants to be proactive against all invasive species.
Aquatic invasive species are very difficult to remove or manage once they are introduced into a system. So we understand the disappointment that visitors would like to continue recreating on some of these water bodies, but we are trying to find a balance.
In Jasper, the areas in purple allow for normal water recreational activities. The areas in yellow are in the preservation zone where paddling and fishing with hip waders are not allowed. Both Locust stores in the Edmonton area are now closed. The grocer shut down earlier than advertised after quickly selling off its stock. The sudden closures are impacting some local producers. CTV's Nicole Weisberg reports.
5 days after Loca said it would be closing its 2 locations, customers are still coming to shop. The stores, however, are shut down to shoppers, closing sooner than expected after saying there was no sustainable path forward.
Was not expecting it at all, just had no idea.
Edmonton producer Ricardo Baldini says his delivery driver attempted to drop off Loca's usual order and found the store closed. Baldini has been selling his microgreens there since Loca opened in Sherwood Park 2 years ago.
We have been having a consistent growth year over year, so I'm sure we're going to come back from this, but I'm sad to see that Loca is closing. It was a great place. We have some dill. This is some anise hyssop.
Baldini says shoppers can still find his products at the Italian Centre and local farmers markets. He also offers home delivery. You can order online.
And on a weekly or bi-weekly basis, and we bring whatever you need to you.
This food writer says while some may be disappointed by Loca's closure, it is actually easier than ever to find local goods.
Well, I think your farmers markets are the best place to start because often those people are the ones who are also online. But take Chatsworth Farm, for example. They're not at the farmers markets. They have a thriving, robust, direct sales model.
And Mary Bailey says things are changing from a pricing perspective.
With all the tariffs and everything else, people used to always say, oh, local food's way too expensive. I don't think people are saying that anymore. The prices are pretty much even now.
Baldini says he is grateful he has many different clients to help him weather this storm. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
People in a South Edmonton neighborhood gathered tonight to discuss infills.
So what we want in this committee is just to slow down, City of Edmonton and the council, talk to us, and if that's not going to happen, we want to have some guidelines for the neighborhoods that we live in.
More than 150 people showed up for the discussion about infills at the Royal Gardens Community League Hall. The event was hosted by Edmonton Neighborhoods United, a group against Edmonton's zoning bylaw changes. Having a cold one or meeting for drinks might feel like a ritual for some, but a recent report by Stats Canada showed overall alcohol consumption is declining. And as CTV's Tyler Barrow explains, it's the younger generation that isn't picking up the tab.
Hump Day is here, and Mount Royal University students are thinking about the weekend. Any plans to drink this weekend?
No plans. Just hanging out with friends.
Not this weekend. I will be studying for my midterms. No, not really. I'm not a huge drinker.
No, not really. I'm just gonna stay home.
These 4 students' decision to stay sober might be more than a coincidence. According to Stats Canada, liquor authorities and other retail outlets sales dipped by 1.6% for the fiscal year ending March 31st, 2025. That comes as the price of alcohol beverages in stores has increased 1.6%. On average, Canadians of legal drinking age purchased the equivalent of 8 standard alcoholic beverages per week in 2024-25, down from 8.7 the previous year and 9.7 a decade ago. This all leading to the largest annual decrease in alcohol sales in 20 years.
The decline in consumption is among younger people rather than older people.
Rod Phillips, who specializes in the history of alcohol, points to young people prioritizing their health, being financially conscious, and their ability to have fun without it.
I think it just kind of gets in the way. It's just not really who I am personally.
I don't really love the effects that alcohol has on my body, on my liver.
Producers are catching on. Toolshed Brewing Company offers 3 non-alcoholic beers.
Let's absolutely hand over fist the fastest growing aspect of our business.
It launched the first dry January 2022. Tyler Barrow, CTV News, Calgary.
Coming up next, a tale of two tendies, how the Oilers will regroup after an injury in net. Also just ahead, why thousands of kids skip school to head to Rogers Place.
When we score, this place erupts, and there's nothing better than this game.
Good evening, folks. It was a warm one today, but things are set to change. We'll see temperatures about 10 degrees colder tomorrow, and there's snow on the way. In fact, snowfall warnings for areas south of Edmonton. All those details in just a few minutes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The Edmonton Oilers picked up a big win against a tough team in Colorado last night. Despite leading, the Oilers were forced to switch goalies in the second period.
I mean, this is shin and knee on head.
The Avalanche's leading scorer, Nathan MacKinnon, ran into Oilers goalie Connor Ingram late in the second period. Ingram was bleeding and left the game. The refs reviewed the play, and MacKinnon was given a game misconduct. Tristan Jarry replaced Ingram, helping the Oilers win 4-3.
It's always tough to see someone go down, and it's never easy to watch that, but I think just having to be prepared and mentally strong right off the bat, I think that's all you could really do in a moment like that when stepping in.
At this point, it's unclear if Ingram will miss any more time. The Oilers visit Dallas to face the Stars tomorrow. Thousands of students had the chance to skip class today for Hockey Hooky, an annual game hosted by the Edmonton Oil Kings. For some students, it was their first time taking in the excitement of Rogers Place. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has more.
14,000 students singing the national anthem have traded a classroom for a hockey rink. Endless excitement for these students from Duffield School, an hour west of Edmonton. For many, it's their first time inside Rogers Place.
They were so excited. They've been talking about it all week, and we're just really thankful for the opportunity to be here today.
They're one of 135 schools in Alberta playing Hockey Hooky for the day.
We have schools from as far away as Grand Prairie, Alberta, attending this game. This is a signature game for us.
A special moment for the students, cheering on the Edmonton Oil Kings. But the best part,
just having fun with your friends. They have like lots of my favorite colors on them.
One of many reasons to dance their hearts out.
I feel really happy for the Oil Kings, and I'm really happy for the mascot because it's his birthday.
It's a louder than usual game for the Oil Kings.
Our players can't talk to each other on the bench. It's so loud, I wouldn't have it any other way. We can't wait for this game every year to come. When we score, this place erupts, and there's nothing better than this game.
Especially when you're near the action on the ice.
How did it feel to see the goal up close? It was good. Cool. Yeah.
A field trip to remember that ended as a 6-1 win against the Wenatchee Wild. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
NAIT is hosting the CCAA Men's Volleyball Championship for the first time. The 4-day tournament is underway at the NAIT Gymnasium. 8 teams are competing, including the Ooks. NAIT is expecting big crowds, saying weekend tournament passes are almost sold out.
Yeah, these are the best college volleyball teams in the country here today, so it's really exciting. NAIT's been building for this for the last couple of years, so we're really excited and hopefully see some big crowds all week, and hopefully our NAIT Ooks team does well as well.
The championship final matches will be held on Sunday. Canadian DJ Deadmau5 is closing out Edmonton's first Igloofest. The new festival brings international and Canadian electronic music to Ice District as well as local talent.
I love it. I've been doing it for a long time in this city, and it's been so motivating all the time, every year after year with these events. I've watched it grow from really small club shows into what we have here today, right? Like massive outdoor music festival like this.
The festival started in Quebec and is now expanding to other major Canadian cities. Igloofest starts tomorrow night and runs until Saturday night. Still ahead, why Shaq Diesel is visiting our city.
I think the Canadian people know that Shaq loves Canada.
Thursday on Your Morning, it's Fraud Prevention Month, and on top of regular fraud calls, we now also have to worry about AI. We'll tell you what frauds are on the rise and how to keep yourself and your money safe.
Programming brought to you by Senior Home Care by Angels, Canada's choice in home care.
Welcome back. 3 degrees, your high today. The morning low was -8. We'll be in that range for daytime highs over the course of the next 3 days. There's warmer air returning next week, though. Here's your snowfall warnings. Icefields Parkway, southern parts of the foothills, Drayton Valley, Rocky Mountain House through Red Deer, all the way off to the southeast. In general, about 10 to 20 centimeters worth of snow. There are going to be spots, though, in some of these purple zones here where you might see close to 30 centimeters of snow. Red Deer, about 15. Here in Edmonton, anywhere between 1 and maybe as much as 4 centimeters. So there will probably be some shoveling that needs to be done by the end of the day tomorrow, but not a huge dump of snow. Off to the north and west, though, just off to the southwest as well, there will be pockets where you get 5 to 10 centimeters worth of snow. Here's the snow marching north as we head through the overnight period. By tomorrow morning, I still think most of the heaviest snow is west and southwest of Edmonton. So we may luck out for the morning commute, and the snow may hold off until after the worst of the commute is done. It looks like late morning, early afternoon. That's when the bulk of the snow will go through, and then it all pushes out of here by late afternoon or early evening. And temperatures, as we said, are going to be on the cool side. Those will stick around a little bit longer than just one day. -20 in Fort McMurray, -14 for Grand Prairie, about -10 in Edmonton tomorrow morning. You'll be in the -16 range for a high. Fort McMurray high level, -10 for Cold Lake. Grand Prairie, some heavier snow there, -13. Red Deer, heavy snow, and -4. Here in Edmonton, we'll get to about -10 tomorrow morning, -7 in the afternoon with periods of snow through the day, -9 range for highs Friday, Saturday. Mornings will be in the mid-teens Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but temperatures do rebound early next week. We're back above zero by Monday and in the 5 to 10 degree range for the rest of next week. That is your forecast.
Furniture store The Brick gathered employees from across Canada in Edmonton this morning. They thought they were here where the brand began to learn about what's for sale in the year ahead. Instead, they got a big surprise. CTV's Kent Morrison was there and has more.
Gathered for early morning product knowledge, this group thought they had a good idea what they were in for.
Pretty usual stuff, the new launches for the next year, keynote speakers, finish off what the new lineups were going to be coming forward.
Perhaps expectations should have been higher because coming forward was a star center. Shaquille O'Neal.
We were expecting something big, but not Big Shaq.
Yeah, experience of a lifetime.
He's just such a good human being.
I've heard, I've seen, but now I experienced.
And the global superstar made sure everyone had their own experience, taking photos with anyone who asked. What does it mean for you to give that to them?
I'm just being nice, brother. You know, this is not an act for me. I am who I am.
After sharing advice about life and leadership, he also revealed this.
Talk to a furniture consultant at The Brick today to find out if Shaq-O-Pedic is right for you.
O'Neal has his own furniture. The Shaq-O-Pedic line now sold exclusively at The Brick in Canada.
I'm all about, affordability. I'm not trying to break the bank. Just want people to be comfortable. I'm just happy to be here. It's my first time in Edmonton. I went out last night by myself. Everybody was hospitable. But I think the Canadian people know that Shaq loves Canada.
though the people receiving these pictures may not love them as much.
My husband. I messaged him right away. Yeah.
I've already told my boys, and they're like, that's not fair, Dad.
Probably my boyfriend, because he's a huge fan, so he'll be super jealous.
Oh, my twin. She already knows. We're big fan of Shaq, so now she's so sad.
The only thing left to do is figure out a little bit of marketing.
Usually Shaq and Brick, people don't think about free throws first.
Kent Morrison, CTV News, Edmonton.
That must be one big chair to fit Shaquille O'Neal in it. That is all the time we have tonight. Connor Hogg will be on the desk for you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in and have a good rest of your night.